When I say the word poor, what's the first thing that you think about? When I say poor living, what memories do you have? Or what's the first thing you think of? If poor living means, is it conjure up memories of doing without? Does it conjure up memories of sadness? Does it make you think of the desolate and the people that are homeless? When I say poor living, does it remind you of your childhood, or does it remind you of things you heard about people? What does poor living mean to you? Well, my friends, today I'm going to share with you the word poor and how it can trigger many emotions in all of us. I received an email and I thought, oh boy, here we go again. Someone picking apart something I said that they didn't like. And I thought, oh, this is another troll email. But actually, after I explained myself, she was quite nice. But I thought to myself, you know what? I wonder if other people are thinking the same thing and don't know anything about me really and don't understand where I'm coming from, that maybe this could be a video and maybe I could explain to some of you. She said, to me, you don't seem very poor. There's a lot more people poorer than you are. And she said the word poor, well, it left her with a not very nice feeling, I guess. I don't know what word to use it exactly, but she was saying that I use the word poor and I am not the poorest. But you know what? I don't think I ever said I was the poorest. I don't think I ever compared myself to anyone. In fact, it's the opposite. I don't compare myself to anyone. I compare myself to the life I have now, to the life I used to have. And that is my channel, and that is my mission. I'm a missionary, but my mission is to share on YouTube where I come from, where I'm going, and the lessons between all of it. If I put gray water kitchen, which I originally put on my one video, people didn't understand what's gray water. I couldn't get my point across to anyone because they didn't understand it. A lot of people don't know what that word meant. A lot of people didn't have any clue. And so I changed it to poor living ? See, that's why I put the question mark there. Is it poor living? And then I shared adapting. Then all of a sudden, people started clicking on the video. They wanted to learn more. Why? Because the word poor brings back emotions in people. Now, I can't help for the emotions that it affects people with, because some people, it brings back beautiful memories and happiness and of years gone by and visiting their grandma for the summer. All of these things produces all kinds of memories. Some people, it triggers them, immensely triggers them with bad memories and memories of bad things and poor living and how they hated it and they don't ever want to live that way again. Your memories and your triggers are with you. My triggers and my memories are with me. But poor living, for me, it's not poor at all. In fact, it's very rich. I think the stereotype is some people say, well, poor living, oh, you're just poor mouthing. Actually, not. Whoever said that poor living was a bad thing? Hello, the crickets, they're chirping. Whoever said that poor living is negative? Whoever said that? Because in society, we were brought up with, well, if you're poor, you're lazy, you're unsuccessful in life. If you're poor, you're a nobody. Oh, wait a minute. In the words of someone from my family, trailer trash. Can you believe it? Yes, trailer trash. Someone in my distant family called people who live in trailers or poor people trailer trash. Now that is so hypocritical and that is so judgmental that it's hard to stomach. See, for me, poor living is not poor. Poor living is rich living. And I think that we need to change these stereotypes that people have in their heads, that because someone is poor, they're lazy. Because someone is poor, that they're sloppy. Because someone is poor, that they aren't worth anything. So the word poor triggers me, as you can see. It triggers me because I want to crash that stereotype and say, no, 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 you have it all wrong. The whole point of my channel is to share with you that I lived a life where we had what we needed and what we wanted. And then when the economy crashed in 2007, we were left with the decision. Do we want to keep that lifestyle and not know what we were going to do with our life? Or do we want to just throw that lifestyle away and jump head first into a whole new way of living? And when we jumped head first in that whole new way of living, all of a sudden, yes, we were poor living. To the colleagues around us, to distant family members, we were trailer trash. We had an old truck, but we were happy. Very, very happy. For one, we were living life as it was tended to be, as it was meant to be. We lived each day in the moment. And then, instead of relying on our paychecks and our money, we relied on God. We relied on God. And that was a big, big stepping stone in our lives, because we didn't know how we were going to live, because we sold everything that we could possibly sell to get out of debt. And we did that, but that left us with this. And what is this? A 1963 double wide that the plumbing was totally taken out of it because it was scrapped. And all of a sudden, we moved into here not knowing that. Yes, was that foolish? Of course, but we were desperate. We needed to move. We had to leave that lifestyle. We didn't want to be in debt anymore. So we bought what we could buy and paid cash for this property. And through the years, we have really built up on it. Through the years, we really built up on it. Why did we buy a few new things and don't have our plumbing fixed? That is such a big question in people's eyes and minds. But to me, it was extremely important to do something that it just was important to me. So the vehicle, let's go with the vehicle. The vehicle, we needed another vehicle because our vehicle stopped running. So that wasn't frivolous because we needed that. The garage was something that was extremely important to me. I don't know how long we're gonna be on this earth. I don't know how long I will live, but I know what was important to me. And the minute I had the extra funds, that was important to me. That's a personal reason. I shared it many times why, and I don't need to go into detail about that. As far as the plumbing, we have been getting it fixed every year. We've been doing more and more. As you've seen in a previous video, we did get the running water fixed better, so we have good pressure of cold water. Our pressure with our hot water isn't very good, but we have hot water, we have cold water, we have running water. The other situation that I talk about different times about the plumbing is the situation is very hard to fix. It's not an easy fix. And it's a fix that most people will not accomplish and will not do. We've had many people looking at it. But I want you to understand something. When the time comes that it needs to be fixed, like we are too old or whatever, it will be fixed. Here we go. I'm gonna try to explain myself because it's gonna be really hard to explain myself to some people because their mindset is so different. When we moved into this property, I learned a whole new way of living. I learned a way of living of doing without. All of a sudden, I came engrossed in this lifestyle, entrenched in this lifestyle. This lifestyle developed in me character that I never thought I could have. This lifestyle brought me joy that I never thought I would ever have. I know it's hard to understand to people, but I'm trying to explain it the best I can. I choose to live this way. You see, I could buy a new home now and go deep into debt and then wonder every night when I go to bed how I'm gonna pay the bills. I don't want that rat race. I would rather haul my water out and live that life than go back to the other life. I'm choosing, my friends. It's my choice. When I come on here with these videos, they're not for pity. Not at all. I'm choosing this. I'm not forced to live this way. I want to live this way. This is my life. This has given me great joy and satisfaction. I cannot begin to tell you, I've lost almost 100 pounds because I let go of the waste of my life, and I let go of the bitterness and the hurt. I let go of all of that, and my physical body is just direct result of enjoying my life and enjoying what I'm doing. When we get to the point where we're too old, when we get to the point where we can't do that, then we will work on that. But I don't need to now. In fact, it's keeping me healthy because good hard work is not bad for people. And I'm able to have a ministry to all of you. And here is the ending response to that email. I explained to her that my channel is a ministry to all people, but there are a lot of middle-class people in the last 2 years have found themselves poor. All right, so poor living. A lot of the middle class are finding themselves in poor living or poor living. Now let's discuss the word poor. I think people are really having a hard time with that word and what I'm meaning of that word. The word poor to me doesn't mean that you're not resourceful. The word poor doesn't mean anything but your financial status. And so when I say I'm poor, I'm not saying it in a way that's derogatory. That's what's really sad, is because so many people see the word poor and immediately it's negative, it's derogatory, it's a word that is, that you're, condemning yourself. Not at all. The word poor to me seems like you're resourceful. The word poor means to me that you live each day in the moment because you know that you don't know where tomorrow is going to be. You aren't worried about the riches and gaining success in monetary values. But a lot of middle-class people are becoming to the point where they're financially strapped. And that's where I'm at with my channel, is where I want to share with people. They come on and they knew a better life as far as finances. They knew what it was like to go to the grocery store, not check the prices, and just buy what they want. There is a whole group of people now that you are finding in food lines, that you're finding in the food bank. There's a whole group of people that are coming to our free food distribution. And these people, you would look at them and you would say, well, these people have it all made. They got the fancy cars, they got the fancy clothing, they got the fancy shoes, but yet they're living in economically poor. And I'm hoping they come to my channel and find it, because in doing so, then their life can be changed and they can actually take life and use it for the best of their ability. So if I put the word poor in my titles, poor is what people want to hear about. They want to learn about it. That's a word that is very important in a lot of people's lives. That word gets attention, and that's what I want. I want attention. Yes, I want attention. And what I want attention for is not to gain wealth, not to gain status in YouTube, but I want your attention, because I want your life to be radically changed like mine was. And I'm hoping by watching my videos, instead of being depressed, instead of being dismayed, instead of being disheartened, that you say, you know what? That Homestead Tessie, if she can do it, so can I. That's the whole point of my videos. I am a missionary, and this is my mission field, and that is to reach people of all walks of life, but to reach people who feel desolate, who feel condemned, who feel judged, who feel that their life isn't worth it because they don't have what society is telling you is what you need. Because let me tell you what, my friends, what society is telling you what you need is 100% a lie. What you need is the Lord in your life, and what you need is a sense of peace and a sense of understanding and a sense of, you know what? It don't matter what that paycheck, it don't matter what your Social Security check is, it doesn't matter. What matters is your state of mind and your well-being, and that you can do this. Because if I can do it, so can you. So I hope this explained a little bit about poor living, the word poor, and the trigger, and how it can change your whole perspective. Because being poor is being great. You won't hear that every day, but it is. Being poor doesn't mean you're sloppy. Being poor doesn't mean you're trailer trash. Being poor doesn't mean you're lazy. Being poor doesn't mean that you're stingy. Doesn't mean any of that. In fact, the biggest givers are the ones that are the poorest. My husband was a window cleaner. He had his own company. He had his own business. He would go into the wealthiest houses, and he always had dirt cheap prices, and that's how he got a lot of business. He would go into the wealthiest houses, and you know what? They never tipped him, ever. But when he did the middle class and the lower class income people, when he did their windows, he said they always give the best tips. That's sad. That's not everybody. Let me say this again, because people will choose the words that I say and then they will take them out of context. I see this done in politicalness. I see this done everywhere. They will take somebody's word, they will just blow it up out of proportion. I am not judging people that have a higher income. In fact, one of the closest people on this channel that has helped me through the years, she has a very high income. She is one of the most giving people I have ever met. I am not judging people that are high income people. I do have high income people that watch my videos because they like me, because I'm authentic. I am who I am. You come to my house, you're gonna see what I say, you're gonna see me, you're gonna hear what I say, and it's gonna be the exact same as what you see on video. I am who I am. But I am telling a world of people out there that have been kicked down, that have been kicked around, have been verbally abused, have been mentally abused because of their lifestyle that they live, and that's not right. And I'm here to tell you, it's not the way that you were taught, it's not the way that you were spoken about. Being poor, there is nothing in this world to be shamed about if you're poor income, because poor income is just the words and letters and numbers on a piece of paper. That's all it is. Maybe I have a little bit of a Pollyanna approach where everything is just happy. That's how I am. And that is the goal of my channel, is to share with you that no matter what happens and life kicks you down, you can dictate how your life is going to be. And I won't allow it anymore to be kicked down. And it shows. It shows, and I am just enjoying life and enjoying sharing with all of you. So, if you hear the word poor from me, it's not poor-mouthed. And I think people maybe will understand. My videos are intended for people to watch every day. It is a living diary. So people come on my channel and they watch one video, which of course they do. Most people will only watch a video they think is drama. The majority of people, not my subscriber core community. I'm talking about YouTube. YouTube only shares your videos if it's centralized and, you know, whatever. But people watch that and they say, oh, she's poor mouthing again. It's not that, because nobody understands the concept that I am living. Because whoever tells you being poor is being great. It's like nobody says that, but we need to change that all around. And we can do that one day at a time. Take care, everyone. Bye.